Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Redneck Light. Dan will be fixing an oil leak on my ride mower. I'm about 4 or 5 years old, 136 hours, so definitely not super heavy use, but it's starting to have, old mower problems. I recently changed the oil. I tightened the little plastic thing on the engine, probably a little too much, and it started leaking a little bit. And with spring coming up, I don't want to be leaking oil everywhere or have to try to fix it. So we're going to replace that goofy plastic thing with a nice oil drain hose. And honestly, this was an upgrade I was going to do anyway because the factory solution for the oil drain is just terrible. So let's get started. So to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, so you can see where all the sludge is kind of formed where the oil's been leaking. That little black thing right there, that is how you drain the oil. You loosen this little valve on the end and then the oil comes out here. The mower actually came with a little rubber hose that you're supposed to put on the end of this so you can route your oil drain. But if you loosen this too much, it leaks out of that. And then, like I said, I think I tightened this in such a way where now it's just leaking. Even when you put the little rubber hose on, you make a big mess whenever you do change the oil. So what we need to do is take this off and replace it with that little drain hose. Unfortunately, that means we're going to have to drain the oil. And I recently did an oil change, so I'm going to actually try to capture it because, I mean, it's only got like an hour on it. So no need to waste that much oil, especially, it's not a lot of oil, but this uses some specific small engine Kawasaki oil that has the right additives for an air-cooled V-twin. So it's worth recovering that oil and reusing it. This is the cleanest drain pan I have, but we got to clean it out a little bit more because it's got some goo in it from the steering gear rebuild. There, nice and clean. Just to show you, this is the factory rubber hose that you're supposed to put on the end here. Now, unfortunately, since this is over tight, I got to rotate that back down, and I'm sure it's going to start leaking even more now. And then you can route the hose down out the back here. It's still not perfect because the hose really isn't all that long. 10 millimeter. I undid the oil fill cap. You'll need to undo it so that there's preventing it from draining out the back there. Okay, so looking at this from the back, you can see I got my little hose there and routes right under here, and it's just barely long enough to kind of come under there, but you can see how slowly it drains. If I let this out too much, the nut just comes out and you make a giant mess. So I really don't want to back it out much more. So I'll just let it drain out, and then once it's all drained out, we can loosen that.
Eventually.
Alright, we're finally down to drops here, so I think it's time to get this thing off. Now I'm wondering if maybe, because this moves independently of that, I'm wondering if I can loosen this independently of this and then pull it off that way. We'll try to avoid breaking it, but if it doesn't come off, I'm not going to bother to unbolt the engine from the frame. That sounds like way too much effort when I can just snap that nipple off and take it off that way. Yeah, looks like we're going to have to snap that nipple off, I think. What a strange way to do this, because if that tightens it up, I bet that would have solved the issue. And then you just tighten that collar. But let me see if I can snap this nipple off to spin it free. Too much effort, I don't think. There we go. There's another O-ring. Those threads look like they match though, so that's good. What a mess. We're going to clean all that up in a little bit. Kind of clean this off a little bit. There's still oil coming out of it, but so this one, it's got the same little O-ring. Now, there is an OEM version of this. This is not the OEM one. So, spin that on. Get it nice and tight. All right, we're in business. So, when I'm not draining the oil, it fits right there. I'll probably zip tie it to some part here just so it doesn't move around. But it's just got a standard hex end with the plug here. And when it's time to drain the oil, I can drain it out right here, close it up, and then tuck it back up here. No mess and goo and everything all over the frame. Clean off all this oil, old and new. Start by just wiping the excess away. I don't really mind oil that much because, you know, it's a natural rust preventative. There we go. That's just the perfect size to zip tie down so it don't flop around. So last thing to do is refill it with oil. All right, so ideally you'll use fresh oil when you do this if you do it around an oil change. But me, I don't want to waste the oil that I just changed. So I'm going to use a special funnel with a mesh filter. Even though I cleaned this drain pan, I can even see little floating bits of dust and everything on it. This will catch the big stuff, and then the rest of it, the oil filter will catch. Again, not ideal, but I don't want to waste the oil. All right, now it's time to play how much oil can I spill. Got a big old funnel here. Hopefully not too much. Yep, see all the little leaves and particles and everything. You know, like I said, I just changed this oil, so it's not like it got into the engine or the crankcase or anything. It's just from sitting under the mower. Now, if you don't know, at least on the 691V, you don't put this all the way in. Don't turn the threads. You just poke it in there, and you can check the level. And that's good. I didn't lose much oil. It's about three-quarter full there. I guess I caught the oil leak pretty early. Yeah, I think we're all set. The only thing now is I just got to keep an eye on this, make sure it doesn't leak out of this end here, and then also just make sure it doesn't leak out of where I attached it to. But real easy. You can add it to your oil change or your seasonal maintenance. Now I won't have to spill oil all over the mower frame just to change it. And that's really all there is to it. The hose itself is inexpensive. All you got to do is snap off the nipple of the old one, take it off, screw the new one on, and you're all set. Just add to your next oil change. It'll add maybe 5 minutes, but going forward, you don't have to worry about it leaking anymore or making a big mess on your mower. So hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe. Everything I used in the video is going to be in the video description. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.